So I figured I would film a little bit on my way home, partially because as soon as I get home I'm probably going to forget to do this like I did the other day. But now I have 2 days of stuff to talk about. So, the other day, yesterday at one of my big schools, I was coming out of class, and lo and behold, I see a couple, I think they're probably 5th grade girls, just casually strolling out of the restroom. And what do I see but some enormous fucking spider just come hauling ass out, just absolutely hauling ass out of there. And I did not stick around to see where it went to. I ran like hell down the stairs because that thing was as big as my hand. Thankfully, its body was not as big as my hand, but its legs outstretched were pretty much as big as my hand. And if you can see, and if you know how big my hands are, I have some pretty big ass hands, you know. So this is a car steering wheel, and that's pretty much how big the thing was. So I've never seen a spider that big in my entire life, thankfully, up until now. But now that is pretty much nightmare fuel, because I have a phobia of spiders. That's pretty much the only thing in the world that I'm afraid of is spiders, and I did not like seeing that, especially inside one of my school's bathrooms. So now, whenever I go into that school's bathroom, I basically have a minor panic attack every time, especially if I'm using their restroom, mainly the toilets, because... So, little side story, the toilets in Japan are, at least in the schools, are one of two kinds. They're either the regular commode throne looking thing that everyone has in America, or it is some, the best way to describe it without actually videotaping it, because I'm not sure I'm allowed to videotape in school. Actually, I'm 99% sure that I'm not allowed to videotape in school. But basically, picture a urinal on the wall, right? So now put that urinal on the floor with the back that's on the wall part. Put that now so the back of the urinal is now on the floor, and then put it inside the floor. And that is essentially what it is. I really have absolutely no idea how Japanese men are able to drop a deuce without deucing in their pants. I'm sure it's something that they learn from a young age, but basically I kind of just strip down and take all of my pants and my boxer briefs off and go about it that way, because I would rather not deuce in my pants and then have to teach the rest of the day. So there's that. It was kind of a shock to see at first. Because I was like, how in the hell am I supposed to manage this? Like, how does this work? So if you teach in a Japanese school, be prepared for the very strange urinal-looking floor toilet things. Really can't describe it any better than that, because that's pretty much exactly what it looks like. But anyways, back to the eight-legged demon that walked out of the bathroom. The kids really didn't freak out as much as I was freaking out. Whether or not they have spider phobias like I do, couldn't tell you, but it certainly did not seem like it. This is also, if you watch my other videos, this is more or less the same way that I go to my other school. It's just I turn at a different point because it's farther out. But anyways, back to the furry demon. So it was a pretty big shock to see that thing come out of the toilet, or the toilet restroom area, because I've never seen a spider that big, and I was not aware that they got that big. I know the camel spiders in, where the hell are those at? Middle East somewhere. Those sumbitches are absolutely freaking huge. Those are bigger than whatever the hell I saw today. But I guess they're actually not really spiders. They just call them camel spiders just because that's kind of what they look like. But they're basically, I assume that they get the name camel spider because they can take down a camel. This thing could probably this thing could easily take down a guinea pig. If it was between a house cat and this thing, I would probably put my money on the eight-legged demon. Depending on what kind of cat it was. If it was an outdoor cat, the cat would probably make it its bitch. But indoor cat, I'm definitely betting on the eight-legged demon. So yeah, that pretty much definitely scarred me. Now I basically live in constant fear of some gigantic spider eating me during my nights at home when I'm asleep. Or just kind of any time now in that school because I just kind of saw it cruising around. I really hope that they killed it. I'm not entirely sure that they did because I didn't see a body. Also, I really wasn't confident with the fact that I could kill it. I kind of pictured the spider kind of catching my foot as I tried to crush it and flipping me over and murdering me that way. So that's exciting. Anyways, let's not talk about the spider anymore because I do not want to. Like I said, the only thing in the world that I'm afraid of are spiders. There is no amount of money that you could pay me to deal with spiders. If it was between spiders and death, death would be the easy choice because fuck spiders and fuck anything that looks like spiders. Anyways, like I said, no more spider talk. So today it was... they call it Challenge Day. I'm not sure if there's like a Japanese equivalent to it, but they all said Challenge Day. But basically, it's if you're familiar with Japan at all or anime. I kind of know it from anime. But basically, it's I think the name y'all would know would be either radio exercises, because they come on the radio during the summertime when the kids don't have school, and basically the kids more or less do the radio exercises in the park, and then the older students, like the sixth graders or whoever the older students are there, they basically give the little children stamps, and they basically collect stamps. And I'm not sure what the reward for it is, but a lot of people do it. But a lot of the kids do it. Sorry, I just kind of hiccuped right there and threw up a little bit. That was beautiful. But also another name for them are I think it's Japanese calisthenics. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Either way, it's Japanese calisthenics, however you say that final word. It's kind of, it has to do with like a lot of the arm motions. Like if you Google or YouTube Japanese calisthenics, it'll probably pop up. I don't know if it's the same everywhere. I kind of assume it is, just because of the whole group think and group mentality that the Japanese society has. So that went on today, and I took part in that. That was pretty cool to be a part of, and I was kind of really put into perspective how crazy fit the elderly Japanese people are. With some of the elderly Japanese people, you'll see them bent over quite a bit. I assume it's from farming so much and being bent over, picking how do you call them? Weeds. That's the word. Picking weeds and whatnot, and just doing general garden work is just kind of what I assume. But I cannot say for sure, obviously. But it's really the first time I saw it, it was really shocking how much more active and fit and just generally physically healthy that the elderly Japanese people are. I really haven't seen any of them that are, I guess American-like is probably the best way to describe it. Like, for example, when I went to Naoshima Island when I was in Okayama for training, me and my friend Jimmy, he invited, he kind of posted on the Facebook page for my company, hey, I'm going to Naoshima Island. If anyone wants to come with me, meet in front of the hotel at, noon or 10 o'clock or whatever time it was. So I met him there, and it turned out that we were the only two people that showed up, so it was basically just us, which was fine. I also did not realize how much more money it was going to be. I was kind of picturing it being, like 1,000 yen or whatever, but it was definitely not that much. It was quite a bit more, but it was also one of those experiences that, hey, it cost me a bit more money than I wanted to spend, but it's a unique experience that I will not be able to get back. So it was definitely money well spent. But anyways, back to the story. There's kids coming up, so I'm not entirely sure I can film them. So I will let you look at my dash console, because I'm 100% sure that I'm not allowed to film children. I really couldn't tell you why, because there's not a whole like pedophilia thing like we have in America. It's kind of, from what the Japanese teachers say, it's kind of growing a little bit, unfortunately, but it's definitely nowhere near the American level. But anyways, at Naoshima Island, Jimmy and I took bikes, and the elderly Japanese lady that we rented the bikes from, she was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Naoshima Island's just a little bit hilly." So all right, cool. Because I have, I guess, exercise-induced bronchoconstriction, or in layman's terms, exercise-induced asthma, which is real thrilling. Because I basically cannot exercise, which really sucks ass, without basically having my throat close up, so hence the bronchoconstriction part of that. But anyways, so I had to quit halfway, unfortunately, because I couldn't breathe anymore, and I thought my throat was going to close up and I was going to suffocate. That's how bad it was. It's actually never been that bad before, so it was actually also kind of a little bit scary to experience too. But anyways, when I was, dying, walking my bike back up the hills, there was this old Japanese couple. They had to have been probably 80, and they were just hauling ass up this hill. Like, this hill was probably at a good 50-degree angle, maybe, probably even more actually. And Japan is very hilly, also, if you were not familiar with it. So I was riding the struggle bus up this hill, and these elderly Japanese people, like I said, were just hauling ass up this hill, and just it definitely put things into perspective how much more active the Japanese society is than the American society. So it's definitely some motivation to get myself back into decent shape. But like I said, with my bronchoconstriction, it's kind of difficult because I don't know what exercises I can do and not suffocate to death. But I'd really prefer not to take medicine for it, just because I don't like taking medicine unless I absolutely have to. I know there's this medicine called albuterol that's pretty popular for I guess not really. It's kind of like a temporary thing. So like if you were gonna go exercise, then you take a breathing treatment with the albuterol, or if you're having some sort of asthma attack, then you take it and it'll obviously lessen it quite a bit. I'm gonna pull into the convenience real quick for some drinks and probably some spaghetti for tomorrow. So I will cut it short right here as soon as I pull into this spot. That's pretty much all I had to say today anyways. I kind of just want to do a semi-quick video as I back up one-handed. But yeah, basically, for the recap, fuck spiders, and Japanese people are way more active than than me and probably most of America. So thanks for watching. I actually got let out early today, thank God, because it is ridiculously hot. But this week I'm going around and asking my schools if it's okay to wear khaki pants and a polo, because wearing a shirt and tie in Japan's summer is going to be very brutal. It's not so much the actual heat, because it's really not like that hot. It's just insanely humid. If you're from Florida, you're probably if you're from Florida, you're probably used to it. But like if you're from Ohio, like me, where 6 months out of the year is freaking winter, with not a whole lot of humidity, then it's a pretty decently big temperature. Or I guess weather shock is probably the best way to say it, because it's not really a temperature thing. Like I said, it's more just crazy humidity. I'm also in the furthest prefecture south on the mainland still, so I've obviously got quite a bit of a climate difference between the rest of Japan too, especially with my with where they were going to place me first. They're going to place me somewhere near Morioka, which is the northernmost point of the Japanese mainland. And the guy was like, yeah, so it definitely snows a lot. I was like, oh, so how much does it snow? Because I'm, from Ohio, where it could be 90 degrees one day and then snow the next day. So, not really new to snow. He's like, oh, well, it kind of snows, 6 months out of the year. And not like, light snow, like it snows. So like, I'm going to decline that one. So, if you guys can place me somewhere further south, that would be sweet. But anyways, this video's nearing 17 minutes right now, so I will cut it short here, just for a little bonus video for y'all, so you can see my drive home and stare at these people's flowers and whatever that lake-looking thing is right there. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a good, the hell day it is, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. So have a nice Wednesday. Feel free to subscribe so you can, follow my adventures throughout Japan and listen to me drone on about eight-legged demons and other things that I don't like about Japan. So, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.